Hopefully you guys are as excited as I am, because I can't wait. They've been coming out with some banger models here recently. Oh man, looks like this one absolutely won't disappoint, just based off of what we can see so far. We got a wiping cloth, paperwork, cushiony little box there, right? It's pretty much everything else there, but here is the knife, and ladies and gentlemen, it is sealed. So let's go ahead and open here. There we go, just like that. And here we got this new model. And what are we working with, ladies and gentlemen? Holy smokes. All right, let's see. First thing that I see is the very interesting, of course, bead blasted titanium or natural finish titanium. But check out the diamond pattern right here on this section right there. That's actually looking very nice. It even contours around or goes around the hardware, right? Kind of makes it look really good. Contours around the actual filler tab. So we know we have a deep pocket carry clip. Well, about that much, actually. So it'll give you something to pinch and pull out of the pocket there. But guess what? It is reversible for lefties out there. And they give us a crossbar lock. So just like the Ethereal Cutter, we have a crossbar lock on this one. So that means we're probably going to get good action there. And they don't do their crossbar locks with ball bearings. They do phosphor bronze washers, right? At least that's what it looks like there. And that was the case with the Ethereal Cutter. So action is pretty good. As you can imagine, you know, kind of picture the washers experience on like a Manix 2 or say a Spyderco knife like a PM2 or such, right? Once they break in, right, it feels so good to use them and deploy them, etc., fidget with them. So without further ado, we got thumb studs on this one. So here we go. Bam. Oh man. Holy macaroni, guys. Look at this blade. Oh man, oh man. We got a bead blasted. I want to say maybe stone wash. Probably stone wash finish on this one. It's M390. Look how small they printed the M390 on there. Love to see that. It is going to be, again, a tanto blade with a dual ground. So flat here and flat there in the front. Love to see it. No billboarding also in the front of the blade on the show side or pivot. I think the only billboarding you get is right here, Geo knife on the pocket clip. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it, right, on the billboarding department. And we'll talk about a savage blade. Hey guys, really quick, I just posted a video for the 35K subscriber giveaway. I'm giving away 15 different knives, so I'll have a link to that video in the description and pinned comments. Thank you all so much for this amazing growth. 35,000 subscribers is an amazing number. Hopefully we can get to 50K by the end of the year. Check out the video, get entered to win, and best of luck to everybody. Man, oh man, guys. Now, I typically don't own or carry that many 10-toe knives. I'm more of a Warney, sheep's foot kind of guy all day, right? Clip point, drop point blades here and there, of course. But yeah, this Tanto just speaks to me for some reason, right? The dual ground especially, that's absolutely something, right? And of course, let's check out the action here, right? Always takes a little bit of getting used to, right? How much flick of the wrist it takes to open and close. There we go. It's just, you know, very new. So if I thumb deploy there, works really good. Reverse flick, can do that all day. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, absolutely some good sauce. There we go. Just gotta flick the wrist enough, because obviously, again, you don't have ball bearings, so you have washers here. So it's a little bit more of a flick of the wrist, right? Heavy knife, at least for certain deployment options, or at least for the return. So all three are fire, guys. Thumb deployment feels good. That reverse flick feels good. Crossbar lock deployment feels nice as well. And yeah, good tension there on the Omega springs. They even give you additional slots. I don't know if you guys can see it here. We'll try to get at it the best we can. There we go. You can see the 3 dots right there, and then the 3 dots on the other side. So you could adjust the tension on the Omega spring if you wanted to. They also did the same thing on the Ethereal Cutter, as you can see there. So in a way, you know, kind of picture very similar to Kaiser's clutch lock is the one I can think of here right off the bat. All right, you got that signature kind of curvature here for the index finger. All other fingers obviously are going to follow suit. So in the ergos department, right, this is your hammer grip right here. More so. You can forward choke a tad bit here if you wanted to. Right, that could absolutely work as well, no doubt. And then, but yeah, even, you know, with average size hands, still plenty of handle here. If you have bigger bare paws, you can forward choke a bit. Still should be a good amount of handle there, regardless of your situation there. But take a look at this as well here. We got jimping on the blade. Also got some jimping there on the handle. These are cartridge liners, so they only come about to right here where this screw is. It's actually milled through and through on both sides. I'm gonna get you a closer look. So this whole back portion is milled and then you only have the cartridge right for the crossbar lock hitting about right there. So it's also a great way to reduce weight. And of course, you still got titanium for the rest of the handle, so that's still going to be plenty sturdy and strong enough for obviously daily use. There we go. Yeah, absolutely got it dialed in now. Just takes a good flick of the wrist here to open if you're going to use a crossbar lock. But even without a detent, a reverse flick and thumb deployment both feel really, really nice. So it's got some good action going for it. No doubt about it. Let me give you some quick measurements here. Here we go. Overall length coming in at, I want to say, get the tip right there. Just a hair over 7.5, maybe like 7.55, 7.6. We got 3 1/4 on the blade and a 3-inch cutting path with a handle length here of a little bit over 4 1/4, closer to 4.3, 4.35 or so. Now while we're here, a quick blade stock thickness on this bad boy, 0.12, which is about the average. And the channel, pretty average, good thickness for EDC knives that I see here, back to back. And the thickness on the handle is 0.46. It's pretty close to the average of 0.5 or half an inch here in the channel, so it's actually really good there. By the way, we also have a sandwich construction here with 2 standoffs and even have a little pin back there for my lanyard people, so check that out. That's your lanyard solution. That looks a lot better than having a big old hole right here on the show side, so I'll take that all day. And as far as weight goes, let's see, right? Titanium here, pretty well milled out for weight reduction, very minimal steel here on the cartridge liner, and blade, of course, M390. You know, I'm gonna go with a good 3.5 to 4 ounces. 3.5 to 4 ounces, yes. Feel comfortable there. Very close, right? Very close to 3.5. So 3.4 ounces or 97 grams for my friends across the pond. So great weight for EDC all day, every day. Not too heavy, not feather light or anything. Just really good spot right there for a good, I want to say, you know, medium to large EDC. So absolutely has that going for it. Good weight. Right, obviously good feel, good action, good fit and finish all throughout. But well, there you have it, guys. That is the new model here from GEO Knife. This model right here is called the Blaze. I just took a second to look that up here, kind of pause the video. But yeah, what an interesting knife model here from GEO Knives. They also have another banging model called the Frost. So hopefully I can get a chance to review that one here in the channel sometime in the near future, guys. But again, this knife and every other knife you saw in this video will be linked down below. One thing I'll tell you for sure now, you know, I said the same thing during the Ethereal Cutter video, and that is the value on these is through the roof, right? If you try to get this same value proposition from other brands, you're looking at maybe $50 to $100 more. M390 and very nice quality milled titanium handles for, again, a very affordable price, right? That's what these are good for. So definitely check them out if they speak to you, right? It's an absolutely no-brainer pickup, and I can't recommend them enough, guys. I want to hear from you all. What is your feedback on these? What do you like about them? What do you love about them? Is there anything you dislike about them? Let me know, and let's hang out in the comment section down below. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.